Right, quickly before I start, I just want to address something. Despite the fact that sarcasm is the lowest form of wit, it seems that some people don't even have the intelligence to comprehend that. When I said that I was a better goalkeeper than Adrian and I'd play for West Ham for £300 a month or a week or whatever I said, it was a joke. I don't think I'm a better goalkeeper than Adrian. I do think he's probably quite good, otherwise he wouldn't be playing in the Premier League and he wouldn't have played in La Liga. However, some chap, Harding Andy, really took exception to this and posted, "So you think Adrian isn't a good keeper and you can do better? Stop embarrassing yourself. He's the best young keeper in the country. Just on 2 games you write somebody off. You're a cunt." I am a cunt. That's fantastic. That's fine. However, the best young keeper in the country. What fucking planet are you on? You've got Joe Hart, who's younger. Vito Minone, who's younger. Tim Krul, who's younger. Simon Mignolet, who's younger. Now, let's be fair, if there was a union and a bomb went off and all of those guys died, then yeah, Adrian's probably the best goalkeeper in the country, the best young goalkeeper in the country. But until that happens, he's unfortunately nowhere fucking near. So get a grip, you cock. Now, moving on to the predictions for this. I'm going to jump straight into Saturday. The first game I've got is Sunderland against Southampton. Recently, they've both in a similar form since Gus Poyet took charge. Southampton have had a bit of unrest. I predicted this game before Nicola Cortese left. I think maybe Southampton now will have to galvanise themselves, but I picked Sunderland because I'm thinking that possibly turn some sort of corner, so I've picked Sunderland in that. Arsenal against Fulham. Fulham have never been great away from home for seasons and seasons, and it's carried on this season. You'd hope they'd have some sort of response from the Sunderland match, but Arsenal have won 3 in a row and they've picked up from that slump, and I'm going to pick Arsenal to win again. Palace against Stoke, the Tony Pulis derby. Both teams are out of form. It could go either way, but I'm going to pick a draw. City against Cardiff. Got some stick for saying how good City were, but they are effectively unstoppable at home. Undefeated in 15 in all competitions. Cardiff have lost 4 of the last 5 in the Premier League. There's only one winner there for me, and that's obviously City. Norwich against Hull. Norwich are out of form as well. I didn't realise how badly out of form they are, but they've not won in 6. Hull have just signed Yelovich and are on the way to signing Long if they've not already done it now. I think Yelovich will probably make quite a significant impact for them, and I've picked Hull for the win. West Ham against Newcastle. West Ham will be pretty significantly galvanised after, obviously, they've got the win against Cardiff and a clean sheet. So I think Newcastle's form has dipped pretty significantly as well. Newcastle will want to get back to winning ways. I can see this a draw. Liverpool against Villa. As I said last week, you can't really pick against Luis Suarez, but just to back up what I'm saying, Villa have only won 2 of the last 10 games and they've lost 4 in 6. Liverpool have won 6 out of 8, so Liverpool win. On to the Sunday, you've got Swansea against Tottenham. Now, something I didn't realise, Swansea have only won 2 in the last 10 and they're bottom of the form table. Spurs have won 3 on the bounce. Swansea could win it because they are still at home. They are still a team that could pose a big threat to the biggest teams. Obviously, they beat Man United a few weeks ago. But I'm going to pick Spurs. Chelsea against Man United. In the flip fixture, obviously, Jose Mourinho set his team out just to get the job done and not lose. And I think Moyes might possibly do the same. Is Moyes as good as Mourinho? Probably not. But I can see this going either way. I think Chelsea will want to win this certainly more than they did want to win the Old Trafford game. And when they pressurise United and push high up the pitch, there is the opportunity for a counter-attack. United is still a very good counter-attacking side. I picked Chelsea, but a draw is very likely, and United could still steal it. West Brom against Everton is the final Premier League game of the weekend on the Monday Night Football. It's Pepe Mel's first game. Everton are in very good very good form. They've only lost once in the last 10 games. Roberto Martinez is doing a great job, and for that reason I've picked Everton in that one. And now we're going to move on to the Championship. It's all going to be in one video because I've discovered that you can upload the footload onto YouTube now, and yeah, I'm going to do it all in one video from now on. So quickly starting off, we've got Leeds against Leicester. Obviously Leicester beat Derby on Friday Night Football, destroyed Derby if we're being honest. Leeds, off the back of a huge loss, 6-0 against their local rivals, they're going to want to try and amend that, and the best way to do it is to put in a good show against the team that's top of the league. I'm leaning towards Leicester, but I have put a draw. Barnsley against Blackpool, neither team are really in the winning habit. Blackpool have lost 7 out of 8, and both have only won 1 in 10. I've put draw. Birmingham to beat Yeovil. One thing I noticed about Birmingham is they draw a lot of games, they need to start winning them. Bournemouth against Watford. Watford are severely out of form. Bournemouth at home, they've won just under half the games, so I've picked Bournemouth. Burnley and Sheffield Wednesday. Wednesday are on a high, but Burnley are still right up there. I think a lot of expectation from the Sheffield Wednesday fans will come to the boil. Burnley are the only team in the league that have not lost a game at home, and I've picked them to win. Derby Brighton. Derby need to stop the losing rut before it begins. Lost 2 on the bounce now. Brighton are doing really well. They're 6th in the league. They've put together a couple of wins. I've put draw, but I would lean probably towards Brighton over Derby, as much as it pains me to say that. Doncaster at home to Wigan. Wigan are one of the Championship's form sides, so you pick them every day. Borough Charlton. Again, Borough are doing well lately. I think they've won 3 out of 4. I've picked them over Charlton. Millwall at home to Ipswich. The teams together in the last 12 games have won 1 game, and that was Ipswich. But at home with Ian Holloway, the new manager, I've picked Millwall, but a draw is likely. Forest and Blackburn, 2 good teams, 2 form teams, but Forest are at home, and they seem to be able to kick it up a gear. I've picked Forest. QPR over Huddersfield. Simply the home form and the quality of the team that they've got. And finally, the last game that I'm going to predict is Reading against Bolton. Reading have lost a few games recently, but they're still right up there. I think they're 7th or 8th. Bolton haven't really got the season started. They do win a game and then they lose a couple, and then they win a couple and then they lose 2. I've picked Reading to win that, possibly because they're at home, or perhaps even a draw. So that's your Premier League and Championship predictions for this week. I will be back next week. I hope that somebody else calls me a cunt and makes a stupid comment about their player being the best in the league. Specifically, somebody that is shit. Thank you for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe. Call me a cunt. Thank you.